Good morning. Just straightening out my camera here. Can you guess where I am? I'm at the Elf House, the home of the Turcottes. And every year, they for the past 3 years, they've been dressing up their house with the movie theme. This year's theme is Elf, the Will Ferrell movie. And the sun's kind of gleaming off Will Ferrell right now, but there he is next to the New York taxi cab. Can you see that? Oh, what if I stand here? That's a little better, isn't it? And lots of scenes from the movie that have been recreated on the front lawn of the Turcotte's home. It's a fun place to check out. You can come by during the day, you can buy at night. If you come by at night, you're bound to see Sean Turcotte dressed up as Papa Elf, and the house is all lit up. Anyways, a really great fundraiser here for CHEO and their mental health program. So there's a donation bin here, also some QR codes that you can sign and make a donation. So this is on Cypress Gardens. I think it's 18 Cypress Gardens. It's off of Bray Street in the kind of the south end of Stittsville. So Bray Street is off of Stittsville, Maine, where the Honey Coffee Shop is, and then Cypress Gardens is just a few streets in on the right-hand side. So check that out. A great Christmas activity here in Stittsville. I have a lot of updates. I always have a lot of updates. I have a lot of updates on a lot of very different topics. So let me start with City Council. So we had our City Council meeting on Wednesday. A few things. First of all, each councillor got 5 minutes to share a little bit about the community and our priorities. I shared 3 priorities for Stittsville: revitalizing Stittsville, Maine, the diversity project that we're working on, and also the health hub project that we're working on. And I shared a ward-wide priority as well, which is affordable housing. As of Wednesday, we had 10,997 households in Ottawa on a wait list for affordable housing. That's an absolutely staggering number. So there's a lot that we need to do to address that as a council. So you can watch that on YouTube. I've put a link on my website at ottawa.ca. A couple other things we did. We set up a list of what all our committees are going to be this year. And next week, we're going to be voting on committee members and chairs. And we added a new committee. It's the LRT Oversight Committee. It's going to be a small committee. I think of about 5 different councillors. We're going to be tasked with monitoring and implementing some of the actions coming out of the commissioner's report. We're also recruiting people for some of the public committees. There's things like the Planning Advisory Committee, the Mississippi Valley Conservation Authority, the Accessibility Committee. All of these are citywide committees. So if you're interested, check out ottawa.ca or check out my website, glengower.ca. And we've got all the information there about what the committees are and how you can apply. We're just looking for a diverse range of voices and experience to participate on those committees. It's been a busy week. Besides council, on Monday evening, I was out at the book launch of a book by a local author, a Stittsville author, Elie Nesrallah. He is a immigration consultant, and he's written a book about his experiences, stories from people that he's met and helped as they try to make their way into Canada as immigrants. Really good book. I meant to bring a copy of it here, but I will try to share some information on my website. And we've been talking about doing a book reading in the new year with Elie. It's a really interesting book, and we have people arriving in Stittsville from all over the world. So I think it's really important to understand some of the hardships and adventures and challenges that people have as they arrive here in Canada. So I'm looking forward to reading that over the holiday break. We also started with registration of city swimming and recreation programs on a new registration system. Now, there were a few hiccups, but one thing that was solved was no longer this endless waiting, an hour reloading your computer in order to register. So that was a huge improvement. And thanks everyone for letting us know if you encountered problems, and obviously some kinks to be worked out for the next time, but for the most part, working very well. Yesterday, I was at Holy Spirit School talking to grade 5 classes there. I always love to talk to grade 5s. They have a unit that they do on government, and they always have a ton of great questions. So thank you, grade 5 students at Holy Spirit, and remember the challenges I gave you. So I hope to see you soon on that. Last Saturday, we had the Parade of Lights, so a big thank you to the Stittsville Village Association and all the volunteers, including the Lions Club and the volunteers from the Stittsville Fire Station 81 who helped out with that. And also last Saturday, if you remember, was the Food Bank fundraiser with OC Transpo here in Stittsville at the 2 locations, Brown's Independent and at No Frills. Stittsville residents donated over 15,000 items and over $8,000 in cash to help the Stittsville Food Bank. So hugely appreciated, a big success there. Thank you to everyone who made a donation, and thank you to OC Transpo and the Stittsville Food Bank and the other food banks across Ottawa for organizing this food drive and for everything you do in our community. We released this week a report. My team released a report about the big storm back in May. We wanted to capture what happened here in Stittsville, how our team responded, and how we can learn from that when there's a future crisis or emergency. And a few of you have already commented on it, sent us some feedback. I appreciate it. You can see that report on my website, glengower.ca. It's a PDF. You can download that and let us know if you have any comments or feedback once you've read it. Ottawa Police are warning residents about car thefts. We've been warning you about this for a while, obviously. There's a new development, though, is that they're seeing car thefts from public parking lots and from retail parking lots. So I heard about some attempted thefts or thefts at the Costco recently. There was one behind Holy Spirit, someone who had taken their dog for a walk and they came back to find their vehicle gone. So just be aware of that. If you're the victim of a theft or if you believe there may have been an attempted theft, of course, make sure you're contacting ottawapolice.ca and making a report there. Okay, coming up. Today at 10:30, in fact, I am doing a reading at the Stittsville Library. It's for kids. They do a regular reading hour, so I'll be there reading. I don't know what I'm reading yet, but we'll see. So looking forward to that. It's free, and anyone can drop by. 10:30 a.m. at the library. A heads up this week, Lépine. They own the site at Robert Grant and Abbott Street. Now, they're not starting construction on their building, but this week they are going to be doing some soil removal. That soil is going to be used as fill on another construction site. It's still a couple years before they're going to start building any of their apartments there, but you will see some trucks there doing soil removal. And they're going to be basically leveling it out to about the same level as Livery Street nearby. This Thursday, we have a public meeting on Zoom. The city's hosting a meeting on the 1837 and 1849 Maple Grove Plan of Condominium. So if you're interested in attending that, there's details on my website. Shingwàkons, that's the new elementary school opening on Cope Drive in the Fernbank area. They're opening on January 10th. I don't think I've mentioned that before. Shingwàkons is a Kitigan-Zibi dialect word for little pines. So we will have a new school in our community coming January 10th. That's good news. It looks like there may be some snow tomorrow. I don't think there's going to be a lot, but a good reason to remind you that you can get alerts about winter parking bans by visiting ottawa.ca/winterparking. And you can sign up for email alerts whenever there's a winter parking ban, so you know when to get your car off the street, and you can find all the information there. And one last thing, no, two last things. This weekend at Village Square Park, at the barn next to Village Square Park, from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. today and tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, there is there's a festival, a market. I forget what it's called. Something to do with elves. An elf market, something like that, Saturday and Sunday, so something to check out. And then on Monday, if you're a parent and you're interested in learning more about the respiratory viruses going around, the Kids Come First Health Network is hosting a webinar on Monday evening where they're going to have some doctors and health experts and answer questions from parents about the respiratory viruses circulating. It's the RSV, COVID, and the flu, and I suppose others as well, and the impact that's having on healthcare, and answer any questions you may have about caring for your kids. So to find that, it's a little bit difficult. I'll put a link on my website, I think, but it's search for Kids Come First Health. This is kind of a blanket organization that helps to coordinate healthcare for kids in the Ottawa area. And anyways, Monday night, the webinar there. So I hope you have an excellent weekend. I hope you get a chance to maybe explore around Stittsville over the next little bit, whether it's here in Cypress Gardens with the elf, or check out some of the other Christmas light displays in our community. And I hope you have a great week. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Take care. Bye.